Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Once again, we are looking at some national holidays in Japan. And today we're looking at National Foundation Day, also known as Kenkoku Kinen no Hi. And this falls on the 11th of February every year. And it's got a very long history, and it has changed a lot over the years. So what we'll do is today we'll look at the very start, the origins of the holiday, how it changed during the Meiji restoration period, and how it is celebrated today. So the origins of this holiday date back to 660 BC, when the legendary first emperor of Japan, Emperor Jimmu, took to the throne. So history and legend, obviously there's some crossover, some blurred lines. So I won't go into too much about Emperor Jimmu, but yeah, this holiday is all about the first emperor of Japan ascending to become the emperor of the entire country. And then the holiday has been used since to celebrate emperors of the past, but perhaps more importantly, who is currently the emperor of Japan. So to look at why this became a national holiday, we have to go back in time to the Meiji restoration period, which is during the mid to late 1800s, a big time of change for Japan. So imagine that there were kind of two ruling factors in the country. So you had the shogunate in Tokyo, or Edo as it was known at that time, and then you had the emperor living in Kyoto. And at the time there would be local lords known as daimyo in Japanese, and local people would feel very loyal. There'll be fealty to those local lords. And the idea of this holiday, the National Foundation Day, was to try and unite everyone under the idea of celebrating the Emperor of Japan. So, by encouraging everybody to celebrate the Emperor, it would have a unifying effect throughout the country. The idea is that it would bring everyone, no matter their location, no matter who their local daimyo was, they would be united in their celebration of the Emperor. And the start of this as a national holiday also coincides with the idea of conscription, or the idea of asking young men to serve in the armed forces in Japan. So people that were encouraged to celebrate the Emperor of Japan as a holy figure, they would be willing to fight and perhaps even die for Japan. So this idea of nationalism and a heavier leaning on imperialism was linked to a phrase at the time called Kokutai, which is all about the idea of everyone serving as one for the good of Japan. So at the time, back in the Meiji restoration period, the National Foundation Day holiday was extremely patriotic. There would be big parades, public speakings, poetry to celebrate Japan and Japanese culture, and this would take part in workplaces, schools, and in public forums as well. The celebrations today are much more subdued to what they were like during the Meiji restoration period. So it is still a national holiday. Banks, post offices, and public offices, as well as city gyms, they will be closed. Schools will be closed, but you will not see any big parades. As far as I'm aware, there are no foods or customs specifically tied to this national holiday. So although it has a very long history, and although it was used for political purposes during the Meiji restoration period, today it is basically a day off of work, and people celebrate it for that. So yeah, the holiday has changed a lot over the years, from being a marker to when the first emperor took the throne, and then used to encourage the idea of celebrating the emperor over 100 years ago, to today it just being a day off. So I hope that was interesting for you. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.